Hello everyone, welcome back. Professor Piyush here. I'm back with a new project. This is a very unique and interesting project, which is a pavilion, which is located in Linking Park Zoo nearby the South Pond, and it is designed by Studio Gang Architects. The unique feature of this pavilion is its structure, which is made up of wood, which is glue laminated wood, and on top of it there are membranes of fiberglass panels. So we'll be understanding how can we create these kind of profiles, and I've shared the link of the website from where I have taken certain dimension images. So I'll be following those dimensions, not exactly like them, but just to keep the proportions intact, we'll be following the overall dimensions. So you can also keep those images saved in case you want to take a reference. Rest all we'll be doing here in the model itself. You don't need any reference images to draw, but yes, those images will help you to understand the overall profile of the pavilion. So let's not waste time and start with our project.
First, we will have a look at this isometric figure, schematic, sketch of that particular pavilion. You can download this from Arch Daily, or I have also shared the link in the description. So here you can see they have basically shown different dimensions. The inside radius is 15 feet 3 inch and the outside radius is 16 feet 6 inch, which means the thickness of this wooden member will be 1 feet 3 inch, which is given here, right? So what we'll do for the starting, I will take inside radius, and later on when I will make these elements, I will give them thickness. So overall we will achieve 16 feet 6 inch. This is about the width. Next, the overall depth, the length. So the length from these iron base supports is around 39 feet 6.5 inch, and overall length, which includes the edges of these members on both the sides, is 43 feet 4.5 inch. So we will take this one, the longer, the extension one, so that I can cover all my elements, right? So let's draw with these dimensions. I will go back to Rhino, and I will start making that half cylinder. For that I will first go back to the front view and then bring my circle command. We have already covered that previously. You can see, to get circle command you have to go here, and if you want to do different type of circles, you can just use this triangle and see what these elements. And already I have told previously, in whatever command you are, if you want to learn more about it, just press F1 key. It will open you a browser window, a help window of Rhino, where they have shown with good GIFs and videos which will guide you through it. And during the exercises I have covered a lot of them, so just follow it on. Okay, let's start. First of all, I will make sure your grid snap is on, and for now I will keep my ortho off, and I will snap at the center. Usually I start all my models from the 0 0, so it's a good practice. Circle, as the dimensions, the inner radius we are taking is 15 feet 3 inch, and also make sure your units are feet and inches. So if not, you can right click and go to unit settings and change your units from here. You can also change the precision. The units are feet and inches. So we have got the circle. We only want the half circle, so I will use polyline command and I will create a midline like this, and then I will bring trim command and select my cutting object, and then select which objects which I want to trim. So I want to trim this, and then press spacebar to complete. I don't want this line, I will select it and delete. Now let's go to the perspective and see. Yes, this is what we wanted. So next, is to extrude and give thickness. So the best command to do that is extrude curve. We have covered that in previous exercise also. This command you'll be using a lot during architectural exercises. Just let's say you bought a plan from AutoCAD inside the Rhino, or you bought a PDF of your plan or something inside you and you outline it, or draft line or over those images, and then you can easily extrude it. So this is like a most commonly used extrude curve command. So it will ask you to select the curves to extrude, select it, press enter, and we have decided the depth and the length as 43 feet 4.5 inch. So I will type 43 feet 4.5 inch and spacebar. You can see the overall profile of the pavilion will be coming in this. Next, what we going to do, we're going to cover it with those elements. As you see here, the elements here are repetitive. So if we create one element, then we'll be able to copy it multiple times, right? One more thing we need to see is we need to calculate the number of elements, number of these members, the roofing members are there. So for that, what we can do is we can see horizontal and vertical members. So let's see how many members are coming in the width. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total of 6 segments are coming. In between these 6 segments, there is a small overlap also, right? And for the length, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Because we have taken the full distance, so we will count all of them. So we have to create 12 segments touching the edges like this. So let's go back and see how we can do that. First of all, what I will do, I will make this surface flat, right? So I can easily put those elements and then repeat it all over along. Then later on, I will superimpose that elements straight away with this. That also is magical. Within one click, you can do that. So to flatten this surface, what I will use Unroll surface, right? So when I go to that command, you will see how this surface, can select any curved or any kind of angular or organic surface and give it the full size and the development of it. You can see in this video how they have shown it, right? Any kind of curved surface can be flattened so that you can do your work there. Any organic shapes or anything you want to impose in that curved surface, you are not able to do. And then using another command which I will introduce you, you can again superimpose that in the same curved surface, right? You can see this. If I want to develop or design something on this rolled surface, I can definitely flatten it up and do it, and then can superimpose back to the shape. Likewise. So this is a very good tool. Let's see how it will help here. So select curves. I've already selected the curve. I will just press space bar. You can see it has automatically given me the unrolled surface. I will bring it aside to work on it. Go to the top view. Now, as we calculated here, throughout the width there are 6 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and throughout the length there are 12 elements, right? Here it is 12 and here it is 6. So in my flattened surface, what I will do, I will divide it into a grid of the same numbers, right? So for that, again I will make a polyline. First of all, let's take the width. Now, as we have calculated, there are 6 segments or 6 divisions. So I will select my curve and I will use divide, space bar. So when I go to the divide helpline, you can see it can divide any surface based on the number of divisions or based on the dimensions, or any kind of curved or flat linear surfaces, you can use it. Here I have a linear surface, so I will select it and use the divide command. Then it will ask me to divide based on number of segments or length, or you want to straightway split or mark ends also. Like currently I just want to divide into 6 segments. So instead of 12, I will just type 6 and spacebar. Now you can see I have 6 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same way, I will take polyline again and now we'll divide the length side. Select the curve, divide, and this time we have 12 divisions, so I will type 12 and spacebar. We have got the grid now. So I don't want to make whole grid. I just, because the elements are repetitive, what I will do, I will just create one element here at the corner and rest will follow up. So I will just use rectangle command corner to corner and will use my this corner and I will touch to this corner. This is one of the elements which will be repeating all over the surface. Now, as I want to work only this, I don't need the whole drawing. So what I will do is, I will select this and I will go to visibility and I will isolate. And then I will go to standard and I will zoom extend and it will bring me that particular box. So our next step is to create this element.